Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna jump right into it. As you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about Job's wife today. So yeah, let's just get into it. If you're new, welcome, and if you're an A1 Day One, welcome back. So I'm gonna read the excerpt again. This is from the Women of the Bible, and so Job's wife. She mistaken a intermission for an ending. Fred Astaire is an icon of movie musicals, a dancer who epitomized grace and class. Partnered with Ginger Rogers, he could make even the most difficult routines look effortless. Yet, a comic strip writer once pointed out that Ginger Rogers did everything that Fred Astaire did, backwards, and in high heels. A similar thing can be said of Job's wife. Job, after all, is well known as the unofficial patron saint of misery. Books have been written about the patience of Job, the trials of Job, and the suffering of Job. Yet, Job's wife experienced the same devastation as her husband. She too lost all 10 of her children. She too lost every bit of financial security. And when painful boils took about all over her husband's body, whose job was it to comfort and care for him? No friends came to comfort Job's wife in her misery. Nowhere in the book of Job do we find anyone trying to help her understand why a loving God would allow good people to suffer. While Job and his companions discussed and debated ad nauseum, Job's wife was left to wrestle with her own conclusions. Whoo, just reading that is already like, wow, you know? Job's wife came to believe that her husband had done something to displease God, something he may not have been aware of, and that he was being punished for it. In her own memorable, blunt way, she urged her husband to put an end to his suffering. Why do you still trust God? Why don't you curse him and die? Whoo! Why would you listen? When we're in anger, this is a lesson. When we're in anger, don't speak. Just be quiet. Shh. Because why? Like, what? Did she just... Those harsh words spoken in desperation likely haunted her for the rest of her life. Bible historians through the ages have used them to paint her as a pitiless shrew instead of as a hurting woman whose life had been turned upside down every bit as much as her husband's. Oh, that's deep. Perhaps it could be said that Job's wife made a miscalculation, the same mistake many of us make when we face devastation, loss, or some other crisis. Job's wife mistook an intermission for an ending. She concluded that her family's circumstances could not be changed, that what was true for her and her husband during one particular season would be true for the rest of their lives. She underestimated God's creative love for his people, his ability to bring something very, very good from something very, very bad. Forgive me, y'all, because I'm at work. I ain't even supposed to be doing no videos. Years later, Job's wife would have the opportunity to reflect on her experience in the comfort of her home, her financial security restored, surrounded by her husband and the 10 children God blessed them with after their season of suffering had passed. It says, where will you be and what will you have to celebrate when your season of suffering passes? So here's the life lesson. God is working out something beautiful in the mindset of your suffering. And that's period. We have to be patient. We are too anxious. We want things now. We think because we're going through something, we're the only ones going through something, baby. We all going through something. We just need to be nice to each other. And we need to be a little bit more understanding for each other. We need to just cling to God. Listen, I'm not perfect and I'm still on my journey. And I'm probably going to be on my journey forever, because life is a journey, period. You know what I mean? Life is the journey. So my whole thing is, be patient. Don't turn your back on God, because it seems to me from the story, even that she turned her back on God and told her husband, like, why is you still praising him? Curse him. You know what I'm saying? She's turning her back on God. But at the same time, in her staying there with her husband, in her cleaning his wounds and taking care of them and healing them, she still had hope in her heart, which obviously stems from God, right? So although it may seem she have turned her back on God, she didn't, but she definitely was speaking out of pocket. And at the same time, God said, I'm not going to turn my back on you, and blessed both of them with everything that they had and more before they went through their season of suffering. So if you're going through a season of suffering right now, just pray. Just pray and do your very best to turn all of that negative energy into a positive energy. Don't make hasty decisions right away. Don't run from your problems. You're running from problems that are going to follow you wherever you go. Face them. That's why we go, let's be real, y'all. That's why we going through this season of suffering with Corona, because God is forcing us to face our demons, to face our shadows, to deal with our issues. So we don't have to continue on for another decade, another 10 years with the same thing that's going on. That's why I'm going to keep reading these lessons out of this book, because we don't speak about the women of the Bible. We don't speak about all the time what women are going through, because some of us are either ashamed, or we don't want no one to know our business, or we tell all of our business and then we can't handle the critique that's coming back. So I'm here to tell you, put aside what everyone has to say about you, what you got going on. Focus on God, because that's the only one. I'm telling you, let something happen to you right now, the first thing you want to say is, oh my God. Y'all, if y'all liked this video, if y'all like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're new, again, welcome. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're an A1 Day One, make sure your notifications are turned on, so that way, you know what? When I post up on the YouTube streets, I love me some y'all. Make sure to just pray, y'all, because we are in a very hard mental state time. And everyone's ready to break. So let's try to get some lessons from these videos. Let's try to apply them to our lives. And let's just try to be better. Let's just, let's work on being a better version of ourselves. God can help you do it. If y'all only knew. There's so much shit that I personally been through. I'm going to leave it there. Make sure y'all have a great day or night, whatever time zone y'all in. I hope this video helps someone, and I hope you help someone. And I'll see y'all in the next one.